Assalamualaikum everyone, this is Ayesha from CxO Global Forum, a knowledge sharing platform for all the C-levels across Pakistan and around the globe. Every time we're having some very interesting guests with us today as well. We have Mr. Syed Faraz Javed with us, who is the Chief Digital and Technology Officer at Tarbi for FinTech. Assalamualaikum sir, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. How are you, Aisha? And thank you for having me on this show.
It's a pleasure, sir. Okay, so it is 8:20 to be exact here in Pakistan, sir. So how was your day so far?
So the day was as usual, quite busy. There were a lot of assignments, which is part of life now. So far so good, I would say.
Okay. So, sir, before starting off with this discussion, I would want you to please introduce yourself to our audience, to who basically Mr. Syed Faraz Javed is.
Okay. So first of all, Syed Faraz Javed is a human being, and I'm working uh, right now. I'm working with a company called Tarbi for
Mm-hmm.
FinTech. It's a Saudi-based open banking company, and
Right.
we provide open banking platform to uh, within Saudi. We are regulated by their central bank, which is SAMA. I'm working there as a chief digital and technology officer and looking after digital initiatives and technology initiatives. And I started my career as a tech professional from Central Depository Company of Pakistan Limited. I joined Central Depository of Pakistan Limited in 2000 as a software engineer, around say 24 and a half years ago. And then there is a long journey and move to different organization, and then finally now I'm working for a Saudi company called Syed as a CDTO.
Okay, right. Thank you for this introduction, sir. I would want to start off with this one question, which is what sparked your interest in technology and in fintech, and how did you know you evolve with your current role as a CDTO?
Okay, so technology was by choice when I did my intermediate. So there were a couple of options. Either I become a mechanical engineer, or maybe at that time there were very limited options available. So at that time, computer and computer engineering and computer science, they were new buzzwords, and they were more uh, into everything. So my father asked me that why don't you do computer engineering? So and I had some interest towards uh, playing games on computers. So I was my father used to have X86 that was like 25 like 30 years ago. So I used to play games. So there was an interest. So I did my computer engineering, and then I uh, I started my career as a software engineer. So that's again in the computer field. But moving into fintech was not by choice. Was it was a sheer luck. My one of my bosses, Mr. Danish Lakhani, he's one of the owners in Luxembourg. So he asked me that let's do something new, and I came
Okay.
up with a lot of ideas. And from all of those ideas, he selected payments, digital payments. And at that time, I had no idea about what is digital payments, how they work. I just knew that there are credit cards, debit
Right.
cards, and you use them. And so from there, I started this journey of digital payments, of fintech, and then we formed a company called NeaPay. So me and Mr. Danish, we jointly sat together, decided what to do, how to take it forward, and then from there onwards, now I'm not only a tech but a fintech professional. So this was the whole journey.
Okay, right. Thank you for sharing it, sir. But I would want to ask here, what were some of the most important skills that you've developed that I would say have contributed to your success in the technology as well as in the fintech industry?
Okay, yeah, this is a very interesting question because uh, in technology is like we are like doctors. We have to keep learning. We have to keep evolving. So I
Right.
started my career as a software engineer on one technology, but later on, uh, technology was evolving. So I keep learning new things. I keep getting into new projects, new challenges, which helped me grow my skills and. And during my entire journey, I also had the third dimension in my career, which is information security. So, along with the technological growth, there was a growth. I opted for information security. Now it is more evolved into cyber security because everything is digitized. So that's
Right.
another thing that I did in between, and uh, the whole concept or the whole idea or the objective in my career or in my whole roadmap was to learn new things, convert them into reality, and keep working hard towards your goal. So these are some some key points that help me achieve these things. Like whenever I wanted and as soon as I wanted.
Okay, so sir, along with these skills, you might have faced many challenges because you have to face them in any field that you are. So, what were some of the biggest challenges that you have faced on your path to becoming a CDTO, and how did you overcome them?
So, when life you have a lot of challenges, whether it's personal or professional.
Yes.
And there was I think there was no challenge in becoming a CDTO. It's an achievement, alhamdulillah. But when you are working towards a goal, towards an objective, you come across a lot of challenges, a lot of pressures, and the only thing well, there are multiple like things. You have to be resilient. You have to be consistent. You have to be hardworking, and you
Right.
should be sincere to your work. You have
Yourself.
to be sincere to your work because what I see that there are many professionals who are very intelligent, who knows a lot of things more than many other professionals, but they are not consistent, they are not hardworking, and they are not sincere to their work. They don't take the ownership of the work. So I would say take ownership of your work, and if you take the ownership of your work, you will overcome every challenge. There can be a lot of uh, there can be a lot of uh, uh, what I say, a lot of hurdles in in achieving something, but you have to convert them into opportunities, into learning opportunities, and overcome them. So these are my key takeaways throughout my career.
Definitely right. Okay. So, sir, I would want to ask, were there any mentors or role models that had a significant impact on your professional journey, or it was you and you?
No, you always have your mentors, your teachers, your guides, and if someone thinks that he is uh, he knows everything or he is the one and only, then I think he's on the losing side. You have to keep learning. So I have a lot of mentors when I need to consult with them, or maybe in most of the cases, like whenever I take a new challenge, or I'm switching my profession or switching my job or going to do something new, I always discuss this with my mentors, and there are some key people in my life. Definitely, you have your parents; they are your first mentors, and
Definitely.
then some of the seniors in your profession. Uh, So they are your mentors. So I have some mentors. I always consult them, and I'm very proud to say that their guidance and their suggestions, their advices, they have always helped.
Right. Okay. So, so one of the most important question here is that how do you stay motivated to a constantly evolving and a fast-paced field? I would say technology itself as well and fintech as well.
Okay, so uh, first of all, if you have the ownership, it's one of the key element in your motivation.
Okay.
And if you start enjoying your work and you start getting monetary rewards out of that work, that's really important. I've heard a lot of people, they say if you are enjoying your work, that's it. If you're enjoying your work and you are converting that enjoyment into a monetary benefit or into a financial benefit, that will become your motivation. Every human being needs rewards. It can be in the form of appreciation, in the form of monetary benefits, in the form of your achievements. So when you work hard and you start getting rewards in whatever form you get, these for me these things keep me motivated, and then I look for more challenges.
Okay. So, sir, being the CDTO here at Scene Tarbi, how do you manage your personal life along with your professional life?
Wow, wow. This is this is a very tricky question. So yeah, so this is very important, and this is for I would like to convey my message to everyone that uh, we have to have a work life balance. And in Scene Survey, I'm really grateful to my management, my CEO. They have shown trust in me. They have empowered me. So now when they have empowered me or they have shown trust in me. So I have the liberty to manage my work and my life, my family,
Right.
the way I want. So similarly, when you are working in different organization, you have to set boundaries because you cannot work 24/7. If you are working 24/7 or maybe like 18 or 20 hours a day, ultimately
Mhm.
your health will suffer. So
Definitely.
take some time out for yourself, for your family, and work will never end. Work hard during your whatever your
Work.
working hours or working
Right.
days. Work really hard. Be very focused. Don't waste your time during your working hours, because I've seen people, they waste time in their working hours and they are unable to complete their work. You have to be very disciplined. If you are not disciplined, if you are not on time, if you are not completing your work on time and sitting late and spoiling your health, spoiling your family life, so that you have to do this management really efficiently. So this is how I do work like that.
Okay, right. So, sir, I would want to ask, what are some of the hobbies or interests that you're passionate about, but outside of work?
Okay. So lately I started playing golf, and now it has become my passion more than my hobby. So whenever I get time early in the morning, I go to golf course and I play golf uh, for 2 hours or for 4 hours, whatever, like how much time I have. Over the weekends, we play for 4 hours, but during weekdays, we go like we like I get up like 5 a.m. for playing golf. Now you can see my hobby, my passion for golf. So lately, golf. Otherwise, you listen to music, you watch Netflix, or
Cool.
the common
That's
hobbies
definitely right.
that everyone does. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, sir, I would want you to please give somebody an advice who would be viewing this video now, or after a while, who are looking to build their career in fintech, or I would say an overall advice to everybody who's listening to you as well.
Oh, yeah. So, first, I'll address your second question, that if you are pursuing some career or some goal, either you are doing your business, your own thing, your startup, or you are doing some job, again, I'll say take the ownership, be proactive, don't be reactive, don't wait for things to happen. Be proactive, get on the job, get the work done, and be like take initiatives, be creative. Don't wait for others to spoon feed you. And so when you are proactive, when you are taking the ownership, and you are doing the hard work, this is very important because uh, again I'll say the same thing, that there are a lot of talented people, but they are not hardworking. So if you are not hardworking, it's very difficult in this challenging environment, in this competitive environment, to be on top. So you have, if you want to be on top, do the hard work, take the ownership, and work with sincerity, and like have discipline in your life. You cannot do anything without discipline. That's for
Right.
sure.
Okay. So, sir, looking back on your journey, what are some of the most valuable lessons that you've learned in your career that you would want to share here?
Don't compromise on your work-life balance. Never compromise. Try try to manage it professionally. Uh,
Right.
but but because I have worked, uh, I've stayed in office for 4 days continuously. I've worked tirelessly, and and what I found, that when I worked tirelessly, I got the professional achievements, and I got to a position, but my health suffered a lot in this, and when your health is suffering, the first immediate people who suffer is your family. And then when
Definitely.
your health is suffering, your productivity goes down, and no, there is no company. Uh, like I'm blessed to have great bosses. I've gone through so many health issues during my career, and they have always supported me. But I would say that if I get a chance, so first of all, I would work on work-life balance. Plus, I would want to, if I go 15 years back, so I want to become an entrepreneur at that time after spending 5 years. I would have done something of my own rather than spending 24 years in a job. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's my take on it.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, sir, lastly, how would you describe your experience with CXO Global Forum?
Oh, wow. So I've been part of CxO Global Forum for uh, for so many years when it was started. So I've seen it growing, and I'm really grateful to CxO Global Forum that it has played a very very important role in growing my social network. And this social, like, with the growth of this social network, and the connections that I've developed through CxO Global Forum, this has played a major role in my growth. So hats off to CxO Global Forum.
Okay, thank you for the feedback, sir. Done with this short interaction here. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that our viewers would be able to learn from you as much as possible. And once again, thank you for pulling out time for this discussion.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's
Take
a
care.
pleasure.
Bye bye.
Take care.